New York City has a new school chancellor, and he's got quite a daunting task ahead of him. Graduation rates among some minorities is very, very bad. He's got to address that. Funding, racial disparity. New York City has a long way to go. Nate Rogers has the full story.
Bill, as many can recall, Katz here in Lower Manhattan is home of a famous 1980 scene on When Harry Met Sally. But also here earlier today, Mayor de Blasio, First Lady McCray, and incoming Chancellor Richard Carranza spent nearly an hour and a half enjoying soup and pastrami sandwiches. The new head of the nation's largest school district with 1.1 million students and 1,800 schools has a lot to tackle, including the controversial teachers union contract and failing schools primarily in poor communities. Carranza began his career as an alternative education instructor. His 10-page resume includes various roles as a high school principal and superintendent in San Francisco and most recently Houston. Currently, Houston's public school district is in the hole $115 million and could be taken over by the state. Tell us how it was lunch.
Delicious. Awesome.
Sure. Tell us about your goals, Chancellor. What are some goals that you want to accomplish?
I want to finish my second half of my sandwich.
Carranza and de Blasio both ignored questions from reporters about their lunchtime dialogue. Carranza replaces Carmen Farina, who was appointed chancellor in 2014. Farina retired last year with more than 50 years' experience in various leadership roles within New York City schools. Carranza is earning about $345,000, about $120,000 more than Farina, though officials note that Farina, who came out of retirement to take the job, was also earning a $211,000 pension. Carranza is also a native of Arizona. He's a grandson of immigrants from Mexico. And guess what? He's also an accomplished mariachi musician. In New York, I'm Nate Rogers for Chasing News.
Thank you, Nate. All right, let's bring back our A-plus panel. Immigration attorney Afia Yunus, Randy Thompson, human rights advocate, and Elora Nanos, columnist and lawyer. Randy, I'm going to start with you. Part of the big challenge in New York is that the reported racial disparity. You've got 7 out of 10 black kids graduating versus almost 9 out of 10 Asian kids and, white kids somewhere in the middle. How does the chancellor of the school solve what is arguably a problem even beyond the schools?
He's walking into a real challenge. Like you said, you've got the racial disparities there. You've also got 100,000 students that are homeless, 200,000 that are special ed. They are one of the most racially segregated school districts in the nation. And a Harvard study showed that racial segregation in schools can overcome even other adverse experiences like violence in schools, family life.
How do you solve that top down without just saying, okay, just lower the standards and the qualification for everybody instead of raising people up?
Well, this is public schools. So everybody has a right to public education. This isn't like college where you have to apply and the best candidates get in necessarily. It's going to be tough because he's saying there's no daylight in between him and de Blasio. And de Blasio has been very slow to integrate the schools.
It has to be dealt with at the school level, at the top, at the bottom, in the middle. It needs to be dealt with in the home, by parents, by anyone else. I mean, there's no simple answer. This is a complex issue, and it's going to require that everyone on board is doing everything they can and making all of their decisions in a way that is meant and well-crafted to benefit all students.
Yeah, I mean, parental involvement is key, and we were just discussing this. It's crucial that parents are involved in their children's education. The unfortunate byproduct of poverty, though, is you have both parents working multiple jobs. And so how are they able to be present in their children's lives? So the underlying issue of poverty and attacking that and how that's racially segregated also needs to be attacked.
Okay, gotta leave it there. Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here.